Ellis and Boyd are shocked to learn that Fatima has vanished from the wooded shed. Sheriff Boyd is so intent on shielding Fatima from the townspeople's fury until his death that he gets a barn ready to serve as a makeshift safe haven for Ellis and Fatima until things calm down. At first, Boyd is hesitant to let Ellis live with Fatima because of the horrible creature she is harboring, but he changes his mind and lets Ellis join them in their return to the shed. However, it soon becomes clear that Fatima has gone missing. Boyd and Ellis seek the woods and the edges of town in a mad dash, shouting her name, hoping to catch a glimpse of her. Ellis becomes concerned for Boyd's well-being when he stumbles and feels a searing pain in his hand while searching. They decide to stop looking and go back to the sheriff's office for a break. Even though Boyd says he's all right, viewers have begun to see more and more signs of Parkinson's disease, a neurological disorder that Sheriff Boyd is sure he has. He eventually tells Ellis this after much back and forth. Despite Boyd informing people in from Ville of his father's declining health, Ellis remained in the dark, which caused both pain and compassion as Boyd sought to shield Ellis from concern. Boyd has just confirmed that he has recently developed leg difficulties, which bodes poorly for his health and could soon render him immobile, a death sentence in their brutal society. As if that weren't bad enough, Boyd lets the demons in on his inner turmoil by describing how they tormented Chun right in front of his eyes, putting Randall at risk and forcing him to leave. He has, though, realized that Fatima's abrupt absence and the monster she harbors may be orchestrated by the monsters to tease and embarrass him even more. Ellis attempts to assuage Sheriff Boyd's remorse over recent occurrences by reassuring him at the office window. A monster harangues Boyd, urging him to take his own life in order to calm things down. Ellis steps in. Boyd and Ellis continue looking for Fatima the following morning. It seems like the monsters are out for blood with the town announcement. Boyd and Sarah Mears go to the sheriff's office to tell Boyd and Ellis that she thinks Fatima was abducted rather than voluntarily leaving. Sarah was led to assume that Fatima is nearby, but in distress after having sights and hearing sounds while under possession. Donna threatened to tell the townspeople about Fatima's wrongdoing, so Boyd and Ellis had to deal with her threat no matter how urgent it was. After considering Fatima's beneficial influence on the neighborhood, Donna rethinks her original intention to tell people about the demonic baby. Donna remembers the generosity and abundance of marijuana provided by Fatima at Colony House. She struggles to decide whether to shield Fatima or inform the villagers about her pregnancy and the murder of Tilly. Donna decides to assist Fatima, concerned that Fatima may have been abducted, and they alert the locals to her disappearance. Despite the formation of search groups, Fatima has not been found. Victor thinks he killed his mom, while Jade sees Christopher and Jasper in her nightmares. Elgin kidnaps Fatima under the false belief that she must deliver a devilish child in order to save the villagers from Ville. Little do the inhabitants of Ville know, Elgin has become a friend of the demons, under the influence of a ghost dressed in a kimono, assuring Fatima that she should be proud of her part and that she should prepare her body for the birth. Elgin attempts to calm her down and takes her to an underground cellar. Even though it grosses her out at first, Fatima gives into her hunger and drinks the blood Elgin gives her. This gives her energy and makes her tummy develop, so she knows she's ready to give birth. Feeling frightened and concerned, Fatima breaks free of her bonds and tries to flee the cellar by attacking Elgin, but she is swiftly defeated. Under the pretense of being innocent, Elgin departs to accompany the search group. At the bottom of the cellar, Fatima finds a trapdoor. She attempts to open it, but suddenly a kimono-clad specter materializes, as if tying her to the bed and putting an end to her cries. She doesn't know if the spirit is trying to help her or hurt her. Because Fatima doesn't know if the spirit is good or bad, she may put a protective talisman on her person. There's still a chance that Elgin is right and that Fatima's abduction was part of a bigger plan. Victor enters the basement without realizing that Fatima is fighting a phantom presence below. The supernatural kids want Tabitha to accompany them to the basement rather than yell. As soon as Tabitha puts her hand on Victor's shoulder, she has a terrifying dream in which Miranda leaves her children and is murdered by the smiley creature. These visions suggest that Tabitha and Miranda may have a link, perhaps through reincarnation or channeling. We will probably find out in the season finale. Thanks for watching.